Hi, I'm Deborah McGuire, and I'm out here on this hot, sweltering day because today is the day I decided to start a video diary. And I'm not doing this out of necessity, I'm doing it out of concern. Concern for our US of A public. Long story short, my husband was in Clearwater, Florida on March 12, 2016. While walking on the sidewalk, which I was told very differently, was struck by a .254 drunk driver who killed him. I'm not going to go much more into that. It's about the journey that I have gone through, the mayhem that I have gone through afterwards with elected officials. And I know it's not just Florida. I think Florida is the worst case scenario, but I know it stands all over the country, and I think it's important that we realize that we have constitutional rights and what to do if they're violated. So I'm going to start video diarying this because I feel it's important that we know. I was an interior designer. Now I'm like an advocate, all because the state of Florida and the elected officials. The governor, right? He's getting ready for a vote, right? Important you know this stuff. Pam Bondi, Pinellas County. And I know that Florida, there's been a lot of stories on the police department of Florida. It seems awfully odd that they focus on the police department because those police have bosses, and those bosses are really supposed to do something about it. And it stems into the state attorneys and the assistant state attorneys. So I'm going to start video blogging this. You don't even know what I have been through. My own family can't believe it. And I think it's important that everybody know this. So eventually, and not all today, I'm going to go through your constitutional rights. Why do we have a constitution? I don't understand it because it's violated continuously by our elected officials, right? Standard protocol. This is a very important thing we need to know as residents, even if you're visiting another state, what standard protocol is expected out of the police department, out of the state attorneys, which does not seem to happen. Some state attorneys do a better job of it. The state of Florida is a zero. They're horrifying. So we're going to go over that. Also, elected officials keep getting in. Why is it they keep getting in? Is it just because of the constituents? Do the public really know what's expected out of them? So these are things we'll be talking about over, several weeks, video diarying it. So let's start out with constitutional rights. We have a national constitution. I really don't know why it was created because no one really is able to fight for their constitutional rights. If they do, they cannot afford an attorney. Constitutional attorneys are very, very difficult to find, number one. If you do go into fight on a pro se, which means by yourself, the states scare the heck out of you, right? You have to pay $400. If you go in and before the judge and you do something wrong in the court, you might end up in jail. You might end up paying the attorney fees of the elected official who has violated your constitutional rights, right? So why have the Constitution? Regardless, I think that's why people don't fight for it. State. So we have the Constitution, and then each state has sort of changed it up, made their own little constitutions, right? Which I guess is okay. It's important to know if something happens to you that you have a state constitution, and it's important to know what it is. Okay, so that's the first thing. I'm going to start with constitutional law. I'm going to go into more later because I'm going to be starting a federal and a state complaints lawsuit. So this is something I'm going to be learning, and I'll be teaching everybody here. It's just really important to know that we don't have to accept what is before us at all times, right? So anyway, I'm Deborah McGuire, and I have a great website. It's called www.fairplayfacts.com. And if you know of anybody who has been killed, their families need to check out that website, www.fairplayfacts.com.